Welcome back. Tonight we got a two-man show. So you might know us best for Quality Best, aka Good If It Goes Better. But tag team champs tonight, my boy Shayne. What's happening, Shayne?
What's good, man? I'm hurting over here. These Celtics losses are not making me look good.
Yeah, dog. See, you change that name up, man. It's all good because hell, like I said, I've been saying the whole time I had Celtics in six or Warriors in seven. And only thing that's still alive is Warriors in seven. I don't want to see that happen. So we're gonna get right into it, man. What happened? What happened game six? Let's talk about I'm sorry, game five. What happened game five and what's gonna happen tonight?
I mean, you talk about so many things in that game that just make even just an average fan, or if you bet the team or you're a fan of the team, it doesn't matter. Steph Curry went 0 for 9 from 3 and the Celtics lost. What was it? They ended up losing by 10. In a game which they also where the Warriors have been a monster at home in the third quarter and the Celtics have been terrible in the third quarter. That's where they've, this entire postseason, they've struggled, right? And they come out in this game and they put up, I think it was, they won the quarter by 11. They put up like 35 points in that third quarter after scoring like 39 in the first half. And I'm like, they're gonna pull it out. They're gonna win. Steph looks terrible, and they just didn't. I was so shocked at just the way that entire thing played out, man. Like, I still can't believe it. Steph went 0 for 9 from 3 and they lost. Like, Wiggins goes nuts. The Celtics put up 35 in the third quarter where they've been terrible. And, you know, they could not pull it out. And I'm officially concerned as a Celtics series better, to say the least.
Yeah, I think you should be. And going back to Boston, um, which Warriors got their home court back. So, Boston play up tonight. They defend home court. Then we got a best of one sudden death game. Um, so me and DJ watched the game, which I told y'all DJ was gonna tell us about the burger, but shout out to DJ. He not on tonight. We'll get back to the burger next time though. But DJ, like me and him were talking, and I was saying like Jaylen Brown, when he gets the ball in the ISO situation, and he just goes like whoever guarded him is food. But DJ was like, yeah, but that's when he can actually hold on to the ball. So there was like, as soon as we got to talk about that, we had like a back and forth, and it was like 2 or 3 sequences where Jaylen Brown just lost the damn ball. Like either couldn't catch it, hold on to it, or like as soon as he got it, somebody engaged him on defense when he was sweep through or something, knocked the damn ball on his hand, he turned it over. And like that has been an issue. There was definitely an issue in that Heat series. I can't remember if it was an issue in the Bucks series, and I definitely don't remember the Nets because all the glaring mistakes were on the Nets that series. Like we didn't really see the Celtics have a bad game, if I can remember. But yeah, he got to step it up big time. He has to, and I feel like right now because Tatum has just like Tatum. I think at some point you looked up and he had like 22, and it was like the third quarter. And that was like the quietest 22 points. I don't remember how much he had last game, but like that was quiet. He quietly got his buckets in a game that really wasn't out of reach until like really the fourth quarter. And I feel like Tatum has played at like it hasn't been noticeable how well he's really played because he's been doing a lot of assisting. His scoring hasn't felt impactful, but Jaylen Brown scoring like you can feel when he's scoring and when he's going, that team goes. So I feel like Jaylen Brown might have to put up a 30-point game tonight for them to
Yeah, and he
win.
wasn't very good last game. I mean, I think
Yeah.
he was 0 for 5 from 3. I think he was like 5 for 17 from the field. And they're not, the problem the Celtics have too is like they're not getting any help from any of these other guys we talked about. Grant Williams, Derek White, like none of those guys. Even Horford has not played well since game 1.
Yeah.
Um, Marcus Smart's played very well. Marcus Smart was probably their best player overall in the last game. but they're just not getting any help from any of those other guys.
Yeah.
You know, like Steph goes 0 for 9, like we've been saying, and what happens? Wiggins more than bailed him out. You know, Klay Thompson had 21.
Gary Payton.
Yeah, so like,
15.
I mean, the Celtics are basically, you know, at this point, like, Tatum and Brown got to be their best, so they're not going to win.
Yeah.
And like, I'm at the point where, I mean, even if Boston wins tonight, which again, like I've been wrong with most things I've said this series, but I think Boston wins tonight. I'm not betting it. I'm not playing it. I think they win tonight, but even if they do, I have zero confidence that they're going to go win a game 7 there. I really don't. I just don't. I don't have any confidence that that's going to happen. So as a fan and as a bettor, like I'm hoping they win tonight because you know everybody loves Game 7, right?
Yeah.
But
we don't want it to be gone. Give us one more game.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You say, and of course, this isn't the same Golden State team as 2016. How much better is that Cavs team that came back from 3-1? How much better are they, if they're better at all, than this year's Boston team that won?
I'm saying like that Cavs team, they're better. First of all, it just really they had LeBron, and at his peak, and then they had Kyrie,
Cleveland peak.
At his Cleveland peak. Okay, fine. But I mean, you know, Boston plays really well together, and I think Boston is a very good team, but you know they're missing. Who's gonna take over these games? These games have been winnable. Game 4 and Game 5 were winnable for Boston in the fourth quarter. It was tie game, and nobody could take it over. You know what I'm saying? Like we knew who could do that on the Cavs. Obviously, you had two guys that could do it anytime, and they did. And I'm just like, I'm just not feeling it anymore. I mean, I got the name Celtics in 7, but I have my confidence. My confidence after Game 3 was sky high. You know that. And then even after Game 4, I'm like, okay. And, you know, Game 4 was basically Steph just went bonkers. I'm like, all right, fine. That's probably not going to happen again. And not only did it not, he was terrible by his own words. And the Celtics couldn't win that game. They're in deep trouble.
Well, unfortunately for Boston, if they do win, if they do pull this out today, I think it's highly unlikely for them to win a Game 7 in San Fran. It's just like that's asking a lot because now you're asking them to win. Now you're asking them to win 2 games in a row, and you're asking them to win 2 games in a row. One after gut wrenching loss on the road where really just they weren't in the game from the jump. The third quarter they looked real good, and they just pissed it away in the fourth. Like I was watching it with DJ and my cousin Stan. Shout out Stan, he watched the podcast too, and like he was like, man, after halftime, he's like, Celtics gonna come out, like they gonna kick their ass, you know, they gonna come out scoring, it's gonna be a run, blah blah blah. And then like they actually came out and did that. And I'm like, oh fuck. And I remember I was seeing all these tweets about like one of the tweets I saw, it was like oh yeah, you know, if we ever get the audio leak to Udoka or whatever he said in that halftime speech, like he gonna get fucking canceled because he had to tear into their ass for them to come out and play like that. So we had like all that type of stuff going on. It was like, you know, it was all good just a quarter ago, and then here comes the fourth quarter, and now you got this fucking guy like his team, whatever the hell his team came out to do, like their ass did not continue to do the rest of that quarter. Like they didn't do it. And the rest of that half, rather, they just didn't do it. So I don't know. It's one of those, you know, which Celtics team is going to show up type things. And I hate using that narrative, but it's like fucking true. It's like we don't
Yeah,
know.
it sounds like a cliche, but it's accurate. I mean, I have no idea. Like, I would not be surprised. You mentioned the Cleveland Golden State series. Remember Game 6? Cleveland ran them from the jump. Like, from the jump, they ran them. I think Golden State made a little run in the second half, cut it to maybe like 6 or 7. But other than that, like, Cleveland was controlled the entire way. And, I remember thinking, like, man, Golden State, you better, you do not want to play LeBron James in a one-game winner-take-all scenario, right? And, what the fuck is that? And, I wouldn't be that surprised if Boston kind of runs them tonight, wins rather easily. But like I said, my confidence that they could go back and win a Game 7, very low.
Yeah, I think Boston could take it tonight at home. But they
got the betting market certainly agrees with you. Like -4 pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I see 3.5 right now. Quan, if you want to throw the graphic up real quick, we can talk about the line right now. So and shout out to MGM. That's what Quan got his numbers from. I think I saw -3.5. Boston -3.5. Also on FanDuel, I'm gonna pull it back up real quick, and then it's at 211 on FanDuel. So shout out to them. And I got right now. Okay, we got right here Golden State +145 on money line. Boston -175. So, like you said, the market has Boston favored. Like at this point, I feel like giving Golden State 3.5 points is down there a gift. And I don't know. Like, I'm not touching nothing tonight.
See, like,
sorry, I'm not touching nothing tonight. Sorry, y'all. I gave y'all enough money the last three podcasts. I'm not touching nothing tonight.
Yeah, from a betting standpoint, like, and obviously this could go wrong, but let's say if you like Boston tonight, lay the 3.5. Lay the 3.5. This is the kind of game where the situation where they can definitely cover that number if they win. If you like Golden State, I'd bet that I'd take the money line. +145 is high. Like, I feel like in a close game, Golden State probably beats them. Like that's just kind of how I feel. And so if you like Boston, lay the points. I wouldn't -175. That's expensive. Like, I don't. You're much better off laying the 3.5 than betting -175. That's a bit high. Like, if you want to take +145 on Golden State, I wouldn't fault you for that at all. I mean, that's kind of a you had it in Game 4 where it was like they were plus what, maybe 140-ish. Why are they 145 now? Because there's this narrative that, well, Boston's at home, it's a 3-2, they have to win. Okay, that doesn't mean they will. So, like, you're getting a little bit more value on Golden State than you would in a normal situation. Just look at the other lines in the series. Golden State was like +135, +140. So now you can get a 145. Why? Golden State's been better the last 2 games.
Narrative, like you said.
Exactly. So that's the kind of thing you want to look for in betting is finding value on narratives like that.
Yeah. Well, all right, so not much else really to talk about. So we'll just go straight, like, who you got? What's gonna happen tonight? What's gonna happen tonight? What's your definitive? What's happening?
Well, for starters, like I said, I do not have a single bet on the game, and unlike most betting shows, if I say that I bet something, I actually do. So I say this with zero confidence, but I'll say Boston wins by 8. Mm-hmm. Just a gut feel that Boston pulls it out by 8.
Okay. Me, as you say that, I'm trying to see what it would be to play that up to 8 or 8.5. I'm gonna find that. Man, I really wanted to see a Game 7. I think we all do, because once it's over, it's over. Um, man, I'm gonna say Boston wins and they cover tonight. They cover the 3.5. I don't know if they're gonna win by 8, maybe 5. I don't know. 8 though. I don't think 8 is crazy because it could be 12. It could be 20. You know, it's the NBA.
Yeah, like I said, the
But
closer this game is later, the more it favors Golden State. I mean, the last 2 games have been close in the fourth quarter, and Boston's tightened up. They've missed shots. Their offense looks, it's a lot of one-on-one.
yeah,
And we know Golden State, like they just play loose, man.
yeah.
Like we know Steph, even when he's having a bad shooting night, he's still making plays. And if I'm Golden State, I'm just going out tonight and we know we got that game 7 in our back pocket. Go out, let it fly, and see what happens. They're going to be playing loose. Like we saw what Golden State played like when their backs were against the wall, down 2-1, and
Steph
I
ain't
don't
going 0-4 for 3 again.
know.
It's not
That's the
happening.
thing. Like I don't expect Wiggins to kind of go off like he did, which he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Hey, shout out to me. I called Wiggins. I said Wiggins
you
gonna have
did.
a nice game too.
You did.
I
You've
did
been a lot.
call it.
You've been spot on these
Yeah.
props in the
I think
finals.
that's why I ain't saying shit tonight. I think secretly I think the Warriors gonna win, and then that's it. And I get to end the NBA on a heater, which I never do. Which, by the way, I gotta shout my boy Shayne out because he got us all rich last year on college football. That's gonna be the next sport we really hit hard, y'all. We're gonna touch on some baseball. And shout out to the Schwab because we want to get some hockey stuff together for y'all too. So if y'all like the hockey content, we come with it. Hockey mic is gonna be Mike.
We'll do a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, but that college football. So Shayne, I've been saying it. We're gonna lean on you again this year, brother. Because shit,
ready.
2 years ago, I was on the motherfuckers. That guy who plays quarterback for the Jets, can't remember his name, but when he was in college, he was a damn good quarterback. I was on that train 2 years ago. Last year, I was riding every fucking thing you gave us, and it was like, man, them last man, it might have been like the last 5, 6 weeks. Your ass is on the heater. So that's what we really got next for y'all.
College football. College football is definitely my favorite, the funnest sport to bet. There's so many games. There's so many, different conferences, different levels, different, teams, players nobody ever heard of. It's so fun. So, I mean, the NFL, I mean, have fun. Like we do a lot of NFL content here too, but I start off every show by saying the NFL is near impossible to beat.
Yeah.
College football is
we're gonna try
a whole hell of a lot more beatable than the NFL.
Y'all know me, and if you don't know me, and it's gonna be hard to do now with no Tyreek Hill, but I like to play the Chiefs when they get down. Let their ass get down by 2 scores. Pound the fucking Chiefs. Pound the Chiefs.
Well, that's funny because our first NFL show, I'm gonna have a little something on that division, and a little something I think you might like.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to it because it's you got motherfucking Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, and you got the Raiders. But like it's crazy like how the Raiders like have the best like skill player in my opinion in that division now. That's crazy how that happens, how shit just shifts. Like I know you're not extremely happy about that, but that shit is
I'm
just
happy. Hey man, I'm happy for Devontae. Bro, watching him play for the last 7 years in Green Bay was a treat to say the least. And the man got his bag, and he's living in Vegas, and he's playing with his close friend. I don't blame him at all.
Let's hope he doesn't follow the Henry Ruggs training plan there. But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, we got a lot of shit for y'all. All right, so
we do a little NBA draft too. NBA draft.
NBA draft. Y'all want a live draft show? We can do that too. We did it for NFL the last 2 years. This year, I think this is our first time using StreamYard. So shout out to StreamYard too. Love this platform, like it. But yeah, so we gonna have a lot for y'all. But like you said, we both on Boston tonight. Hopefully, y'all we'll see y'all back what's today? Thursday. So we'll see y'all Sunday on Father's Day. Also Juneteenth. So we'll get a show together for y'all for this game 7. But if not, stay tuned, tap in, as I like to say. Yeah, shout out to DJ, shout out to the Schwab, shout out to P-Jack, of course, HNIC Quan for holding it down backstage. Quan, aka Stat Boy, aka Fat Boy, but he lost weight and shit, so I can't call him that no more.
Maybe he can shave his beard so he doesn't have to hide his triple chin anymore.
Maybe so. You know, he want that. I think he still want that USFL tryout. So I don't know. We gonna see. But shout out to all the guys on the team, man. Shout out to Piggle too, a low key member of the team. Shout out to Piggle. The Eagles got a new logo. So I don't know what him and DJ think about that. That shit is laughable. But that's what you do for laughable franchises. Even though the motherfuckers won a Super Bowl recently, but who cares? But we got a lot for y'all, man. We got a lot for y'all. We getting better and brighter. Me and Shayne me and Shayne gonna do some futures for y'all too. Probably do some light NCAA. I kind of defer to Shayne and P-Jack when it comes to NCAA football. NFL, we all pretty much put our heads together for that, which is tough from a betting aspect, but it's fun to talk about still. We all watch that shit all 18 weeks. When it comes to college basketball, me and Shayne, you know, that's really my wheelhouse, college basketball. When it comes to hockey, Schwab, you know, that's his thing, but I fuck with hockey too. Boxing, combat sports, me, Shayne, Schwab, you know, DJ like a little boxing. And then miscellaneous sports, hell, we got Schwab, the sumo guru. Yeah, so all that kind of shit we got for y'all coming up. But yeah, so like we said, if you just coming to the show, me and Shayne, neither one of us really got no action tonight. Shayne, you know, he got his Celtics future that, you know what I'm saying, that we want him to hit. We both are on Boston and we both like them to cover. Shayne said he like them by about 8. So I just looked at on FanDuel right now. If you look at Boston minus 7.5, if you like Shayne's prediction of 8 minus 7.5, Boston right now is at plus 162. So play it up a little bit. I don't see too much value in that necessarily, but hell, if you like blowouts and you like games and momentum and shit, that might be a good play. I think they might win by like 5. So if you play it up to minus 4.5, get a couple cents on the dollar at plus 108. So, but yeah, that's where we at, y'all. So me and Shayne, we're not gonna be wrong. Boston gonna win, and we'll see y'all Sunday, man. Saturday or Sunday.
Yes, that's sir.
It. All right, Shayne. Well, appreciate you, brother.
You too.
Let's enjoy the night. And we'll see y'all next time on Qwality Sports Podcast. Thank you, America.